Yes, and ask us, Eric, ni nini hiyo uliona?
Sasa hivi unajua kusema awaite, probably watadhania now you're ready for dialogue.
Not dialogue.
Okay.
We're ready to give the president spiritual advice. Shishikosi, unajua kile kitu tumesema ime happen. Si ndio? Ilianza huko na Ezekiel Mutua. Hakuna kitu tumesema haja happen. If I was the president, I would sit back and say, ni nini hii? You get? Yeah? But if the president wants to win, cabinet yake isikuwe na politicians. Ikuwe na Wakenya.
Saizi ni activist. Tumempatia jina officially the president of comedy as well. Akona titles mingi nabii, prophet. Yaani uko na mambo mingi sana. Na leo Luku imeweza.
Ilibidi iweze.
How are you?
I'm doing fine. I'm happy. I'm joyful. I'm jumpy. Nasikia poa sana. Kuanzia jana sijalala vile nimelala leo. Hata nimechelewa huku Citizen.
Kikubwa kimekufurahisha ni kipi? Ni
kile rais alifanya kwa kuwafire wale cabinet secretaries. Na ilikuwa kitu ya kwanza tulikuwa tunaomba. Hata ukisikia kwa ile speech yangu ya nabii, it was number 1. So ni kama alianza na hiyo. Na akimaliza speech akasema we are going to do more changes and more firing. So na ngoja kuona kifire hawa watu wa Kenya Power. Simumia hapa sana tokens. Genz, KBC, hizi maparastatal wote waende. So me, I'm very happy. I'm extremely happy. And president has stopped listening to his people and now he's listening to the people. And I get, he used to listen to his people, now he's listening to the people. And he's on the right track because the voice of the people is the voice of God. Umelewa? Na niliambia plug juzi, ndio aliniuliza na kiburi sana, wewe ni nani? Unaongelesha rais kama nani? Na sipo nini? Nikamwambia plug, if he fires, ameanza kuingia, he might be creating the greatest legacy of any Kenyan president or African president. And what he needs to do is make sure now that he has the space. Rais amepewa opportunity ya kutoka mabeste yake. Unajua kutoka mabeste yako ni ngumu sana. Trudy, mimi nikupea job, siwezi kukunyang'anya. Lakini watu wote wakasema utolewe, nitakwambia Trudy, sio mimi. So akona opportunity ya ku make history and ku make Kenya a trend worldwide by number 1 appointing a Mama Mboga cabinet secretary and appointing a boda cabinet secretary. Na Trudy, it's possible because out of 5 bodas, 3 are graduates. Hata hapa nje ukienda uangalie sahi, just pick 5 randomly. 3 ni graduates wa KU ama UN, and after those 3 when ni graduates, 1 akona first class honors.
Let me ask her.
Yes, ask.
Maybe Eric, if an opportunity was presented to you, ukwe one of the CS maybe in the next cabinet. Unaweza kubali? Mimi
hata sitaki kuwa CS. Mimi nataka kuambia President Ruto. Hapa kama mjadala wa leo. Na muomba ya kwamba aniite, aniulize. Eric, kwa nini umeshikwa for 2 years? Ni nini uliona? Ni nini ulitamani? What was in your heart and your brain and your spirit and your soul? Why did you stop comedy and start going to the streets?
So right now you're ready to meet him?
Yes, I want to advise him. I want to tell him I'm happy with him. He's listening to the people.
Remember, Sai pia hana an official advisor.
Hana official advisor. Yeah. Me, I'll tell the president why in 2022, ending. So it's 2.5 years. Yeah. I started going to the street and my message has never changed. It has been corruption. Na corruption ni CSS. Hapo ndio naanza hapo. So, Mr. President, call some of us. Call some of us.
You are ready.
Yes, and ask us, Eric, ni nini hiyo uliona?
Sasa hivi unajua kusema awaite, probably watadhania now you're ready for dialogue.
Not dialogue. Okay. We're ready to give the president spiritual advice. Shishikosi, unajua kile kitu tumesema ime happen. Si ndio? Ilianza huko na Ezekiel Mutua. Hakuna kitu tumesema haja happen. If I was the president, I would sit back and say, ni nini hii? You get? Yeah? But if the president wants to win, cabinet yake isikuwe na politicians. Ikuwe na Wakenya. Ikuwe na Wakenya. Ikuwe na young people, yeah, because revolution has been pushed by the young people. So I take his time, I breathe in, I breathe out, aombe, I seek wisdom, I seek advice, yeah, before I appoint. Yutaka tusirudi sikie ni coalition government of parties tena. Toka tumerudi back to penye tulitoka. Sisi kuna kitu tuko nayo, kuna kitu tumeona. That tunaweza saidia rais. That I can tell you.
So Eric, at this point you are supporting President Ruto. His speech right now.
You see, even in war, when you ukipata gains, sasa tunapata gain, you retreat, you breathe, you re-strategize, you wait. So President Ruto ali move chess, Tukasema noma. So that namsupport but nimefurahi na yeye because he has listened to the people. President Ruto has always been listening to his people. I can tell. Anaambiwanga iko nini? Hao ni TikTokers. Yeah? Hao ni cloud chasers. Yeah?
So umekuwa kwa street for like 2 years now as we speak. What is going to make you go back again to the street? Because mambo ni mengi.
If the president does not fire the inspector general, if the president does not fire all parastatal heads, we will go back to the street louder, stronger, bigger, noisier, messier, if it does not do that.
Kenyans have also been concerned about this office, the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Because wengine wanasema it's not in the constitution and things like that. What is your stand as ericomondi?
Mr. President, I know Musalia Mudavadi campaigned with you. I know he supported you. And I feel you. In life, it's important to reward, to say thank you. For tu nikuja nikusupport. Si nilikuja nini yako? Hiyo ukicelebrate 100. So uliniambia thanks. Mr. President, I understand that Mudavadi supported you. But you have an opportunity given to you by Kenyans to do the right thing. Mr. President, do not include any person that people expect or know in your government.
So you think the position should also be abolished?
It is not constitutional. It is the easiest to abolish.
You're from a morning show and you think kuna positions pia that should be reduced.
Yes.
Labda unaweza ambia.
Women reps.
Yeah.
We had a clause, Shiko, you're a woman, in the Finance Bill 2024 that was going to tax women's pads. And it was discovered and brought on the limelight by men, young men. We had a clause that was going to tax pads. And it is young people, Gen Zs, who are men, who are fighting and discovered the pads in the Finance Bill. While we have 47 women reps, what are they repsing? If not women? They could not come together in a forum of 47 and a manner and raise their voice and refuse kusikue na pads. Kazi ya women rep ni nini? That's number one. Mr. President, toa.
Women rep.
Yeah. Katakan referendum. Number two, we need to reduce the number of governors to 24, Shiko.
From 47.
From 47 to 24 counties.
That's almost half.
Almost half. The state of Texas in the US, it's led by a governor. Effectively, do you know Texas is twice the size of Kenya? Kenya inaingia kwa Texas mara mbili, inaliona governor effectively. Unaona kitu tunapenda Kiambu na Tatu City. It's just the tip of an iceberg. We need to reduce counties by half, by more than half. 24. Tukireduce counties inamaanisha tuko na 24 governors, tuko na 24 senators. Inatoa burden ya tax kwa wananchi.
And probably, do you think it's possible, or rather, do you think it will be effective, like as soon, because hey, Gen Z wanataka vitu zifanyike ASAP. Yeah, will probably take quite
right now today. Mzee tunamalizia. Right now, Shiko, you can see I'm very upbeat. Nimefurahi sana.
Yeah, true.
Right now, as ericomondi, for the first time, I'm not demanding from Ruto. I'm not demanding. For the first time, I am suggesting. I am proposing. I am requesting. Sasa toni yangu imechange. Naomba. Mr. President, it will take time. But before you leave office, Mr. President, remember you are the last of your generation. You could be greater than Kibaki. You will be greater than Uhuru, than Moi, even, okay, the founding fathers Tamguza. But you will go down as the greatest president in Africa. If you appoint a Mama Mboga to the cabinet secretary, a boda to cabinet secretary, if you make sure before the end of your term, you take us to a referendum. I can take us to a referendum. I thought about it. I can start it now. It is constitutional.
Yeah.
But if the president can take us to a referendum to reduce the number of governors and counties, atawacha legacy yenye itakuwa celebrated internationally. Because pesa mingi, we thought we devolved services. We devolved corruption. Counties are more corrupt than the national government. Na Shiko, mimi sina mbio juu, tunaenda step by step. Executive, we are done. Not completely, but we are done. County, we are coming. Parliament, nimewambia, mimi wenye rais alisign IBC, nilisema yes. Sasa naombanga tu nasema, nangoja tu hivi nasema tu IBC ngie.
Are you suggesting a dissolved pia parliament?
Hiyo tuachie.
2027?
Hawatafika. Wale walivote yes. Hawatafika Shiko. Nisema ingine, hawatafika. We are going to recall all of them. Hawatafika 27 ya nini? Hata wezi enda funeral saizi. Hata wajaenda ushago, wamejifunga, hata wendi church. Hata wezi kuja hapa. Shiko, fiki 2027. Plan ni simple. Hiyo Ruto atuachie. Amesign IBC, a constitute IBC, atuachie. Tuko na energy. Unajua Gen Z na millennials, tuko na time, hatuna employment. We are going to recall every MP that voted yes.
Wale ambao wali apologize.
Kwanza hao ndo tunaanza nao. Kwanza don't apologize. Tuanza na wewe. Shut nisikas. Usiapologize, atutaki. Kama kuna mtu atoko dialogue na ulisikia tulikuwa tunasema hiyo time. Kwanza kuna mmoja alikuja akasema, iliniuma. Wawili ni mabeste wangu, sio sitataja jina zao. Mmoja alikuja akasema kwa TV akasema, Mr. Speaker sir, I went to Kenyatta University and I am an editor. Mr. Speaker sir, I am a graphic designer. Those things that you're seeing, Mr. Speaker, are doctored photos and videos. Yes. Mwingine na beste yangu akasema ile siku the first time Gen Z walienda walikuwa wengi, mlikuwa kama 10,000. Ati ali drive from State House ndio wakaenda kupitisha. Akasema akienda nini? Akasema kwa parliament. I'm just from State House, I drove through Kenyatta Avenue. I didn't see any demonstrations. Akaulizwa, you didn't see anyone? No, I saw some TikTokers. I saw some young people dancing and with phones and iPhones. But I didn't see any demonstrations.
Kuna pia yule wa KFC, iPhone.
Kuna ule mama alisema, bado mtanivotia na nimevotia yes, na nitalekuja na pesa na nini. Si ndio? They are going home. President Ruto, hiyo sikusumbue, we deal na nini? Na parastatals. Deal na tuachie legislature.
Hii hata sishughulike nayo.
Rais tulia. Wewe hakikisha kuna IBC. Fiki wanafika kufanya nini? Kama kwa hawezi enda, hata we are doing them a favor. The people shouted loudly no, and you went against them as their representative. You no longer represent us. You are thieves. You are conmen. And if actually we won't stop there. Tukishawatoa wanyamaze, wakiongea kamiti.
Mr. President, there's some conversations around the scopes of Gen Zs are pushing the button a bit too far, especially after hashtag Ruto must go, ilianza to make way online. Where maybe do you think that Gen Z, first of all, do you think that the Gen Zs and the youth that are going on the streets are pushing the button a bit too far? Alafu pia, now that the cabinet was dissolved, alafu kuna watu wanataka now, because it is a decision that was triggered by what was happening on the streets by the voice of people. So people are asking, they want now to participate in now the constitution
of the government. Yes.
Yeah. How do you think that will go?
So that is where Ruto will win or lose. What he does next. What he's done now, he's on the right path now. Yeah. What he does next will determine whether he stays on the right path and we go back to the street. Let me help you understand the Gen Zs. And I think I have the moral authority to speak on this issue. Because I think, sasa zingine pia, because nimelala kwa flaws mingi za cells mingi, na nimeangushwa hata sasa niko na uchungu hapa kutoka kwa farasi. I think I have the right to say what I'm about to say. I think I understand what the demonstrations are about because I started them 2 years ago. I think I have the scope of what we want and how we want it because I started it 2 years ago. Actually, to be precise, 2.5 years ago. Nilianza na ile place 75. The Gen Zs, if I may quote one pastor, is a hammer that God is using to change things in Kenya. The Gen Zs have done their part. Wamekuja waka change systems, waka shake foundations. Mungu amewatumia. But me where I'm standing at right now, today, after kitu Ruto alifanya jana, I want to stand back and observe for a day or two. What will the president do next? Then from there, I can tell people, ndio tunaipata. That's what nimestipulate hapa. Fire so and so, fire the IG of police, reduce governors, appoint Mama Mboga. And then Mama Mboga, mimi na insist, najua kwa nini. Tudi nikikupromise kitu hapa Kenya, lazima nikipromise yangu. That's the only way tuta fight corruption na tutakuwa accountable. Nikikupromise kitu lazima, nikisema tutafanya interview hapo Inja Citizen at 8. The president never talked about young people, or he did kidogo, never talked about doctors. The president never talked about lawyers. He never talked about surgeons. He talked about Mama Mboga and boda. Severally, continuously, consistently, persistently. He said, huyu Mama Mboga, huyu boda, tukiingia pale, tunainua huyu. Tunatengeneza serikali ya Mama Mboga. Mr. President, appoint a Mama Mboga. Mr. President, appoint a Mama Mboga. Wako na madigiri. Wako hapa Kilifi na pale Kakamega. Tutawapata. Na Mama Mboga can also be symbolic.